everyone! Today's video explains how to use Arduino to develop on this small 1.9-inch ESP32-S3 development board. Arduino is very suitable for beginners. Let's open it and see. The development tool is Arduino. Arduino is an integrated development tool developed in C++. Here we first need to confirm your Arduino. Whether your Arduino has the ESP32-S3 development kit installed, you can open its development board manager. Board Manager in Board Tools Board Manager. Just click and it will open. After opening, you can search for ESP32. We can see. We searched for several ESP32. The first one is that we don't have 3.05 installed. There are several other ones we have installed. For example, 2.0, 17, 2.0.9, 3.0.1. We have multiple versions installed. If you don't have the ESP32 development kit installed, then there is no way to use Arduino to directly develop ESP32-S3. At this time, you need to search on GitHub keywords for ESP32 plus Arduino. You can find this project. For example, you can also find this project directly in more information. After finding this project on GitHub, then you can go to File Preferences. You can see there is an address for another development board manager. This address is on GitHub. You can find it in its project release. Paste it here. Then click OK. After clicking OK, search on the development board manager. ESP32 will appear. The ESP32 development board manager, you just pasted the address. As you can see, this ESP32 development board manager has two. One is produced by Arduino. The other one is the official product of ESP32. Both of these are possible. Of course, the latest version of the development kit. It is a development version that includes all series of ESP32 development. After installation, we are in the tool development board. You can find many packages we have installed. For example, the first is Arduino's own development board. It is already installed by default. Then there are 3 ESP32 to Arduino development kits connected. This is what we installed ourselves. I also installed an STM32 development kit here. When we use this small development board for development, we can choose one of these 3, of course using the latest ESP32 development kit. The latest version 3.0 can be used. This version solves many problems. Then it is more stable. But there are some problems. There are many third-party open-source libraries related to ESP32. It has not been updated to version 3.0, only works under 2.0. So I still keep a lot of 2.0 versions. We take version 2.0 as an example here. Just select the ESP32-S3 development module. This development module is universal. It is equivalent to the development board of the ESP32-S3 module. You can use this. Of course, there are many similar. For example, C3 Module S2, ESP32 module. Then there are many other modules. The others are some existing development board products. It is already a complete product. This is the development board. Add some of my own configuration applications to this development kit. The name of the development board is directly displayed inside. If you buy a similar one with a name in the list, you can just choose its name. Of course, you can also directly select the model of its modules. For example, ours is the ESP32-S3. It is a generally ESP32-S3 development module. We can just select it. After selecting, there's a check mark on this one. Another thing is the port. Port the port number displayed on the computer to which this development board is connected. Only one is shown here. The name of the development board it recognizes is in brackets. Of course, this name may be correct or wrong. You don't have to consider the name in the brackets. Just select the correct port. If you connect multiple development boards at the same time, just pay attention to which development board the port number corresponds to. Another common one is there are many configurations here that are related to its hardware configuration. Every board is different, so we need to set it manually. For example, this development board USCDC is a USB to serial port method. For example, you can take a look. There is no UART port chip on this development board. No UART parts chip. USDC-DC is directly connected to this chip. A UART port generated by software, that is to say, ESP32, is used to connect the serial port directly. Here we can choose to open this. If you find that the serial port you are connected to on the development board has a UART port chip, then choose this one. This choice overall. If you choose the wrong, no information will be output in the UART port output. Of course, the impact on other things may not be particularly large. You can test it. What are the consequences of making the wrong choice? In addition, the CPU frequency is generally the default 240 M. Because the maximum CPU frequency of ESP32-S3 is 240 M. Then there are a few others more important. One is the flash mode. This development board corresponds to QL80 MHz. For flash size, select 16M. This is a 16M flash. Another one is PSRAM. PSRAM selection is OPI's PSRAM. This is determined by the development module. The default hardware parameters for the development module are as follows. These parameters, you'll know it after using it more. This is the upload speed. Of course, you can choose to go faster or slower. It doesn't matter much. Of course, choose faster. Upload the program faster. Higher data means faster upload of the program. Can upload programs very quickly. And it doesn't matter if it's slow, because Flash usually only has 16M plus PSRAM 8M, total 16 plus 8M. Overall, even if it is slow, it won't take a particularly long time. The other one is equivalent to the partition table. The partition table is generally okay by default. But when your program is very large, you can choose this huge APP. Then you have other applications. For example, when using OTA, you choose Other Related. Then there is no OTA to choose these. Select the default for general small programs. The one I often use is the default. Another one is this big app. Of course, you may have other options. You can try others. This depends on your program. Generally, there will be compilation errors when your program is large. Cannot upload to the development board. So the machine has to reselect. Generally speaking, the main thing is to choose the right flash size. The ESP32-S3 module flit size and PSRAM size are displayed on the module. For example, this development board has small text underneath. You can take a look. There is an N16R8 on it. The above shows 16M flat and 8M PSRAM. Of course, you can also use the ESP2 development tools to directly read the UART port. It will show your PSRAM and flash size. Then choose here accordingly. After selecting, We can directly compile the code and upload it. Click to upload directly. Click Upload. It is actually a compiling process. In general, Arduino compilation is very, very slow. This is also a very big weakness of Arduino. You can see that it compiles by default. Usually it is under this word. Then start compiling. Once the compilation is complete, start uploading. I have some errors in this code, so the compilation failed. You can see some error messages are displayed directly. If you compile successfully, you can upload it directly. I have less code. A test code is less, so it directly displays the error message and can be modified. Then you can change it. Then upload. This is weird. It has also thrown out information, but it has not been compiled yet. We choose a project that can be compiled directly. You can choose a simpler compilable project. The code just now has been compiled. This is not a mistake. Here are some notes. It's like a warning. Then compile and upload. You can see the entire framework and the entire code take up 21% of the storage space. Then how much dynamic storage takes up? Then some information displayed by ESP2, including the UART port number, a version number of its ESP32 modules. Then this feature Wi-Fi Bluetooth. The shocking is for OM, its MAC address. Then upload. At this time, this code has been uploaded to the development board. The following will display Reset. The display asks you to press the Reset button. Of course, our code may not have any effect. It is a simple code that can only be displayed. For demonstration, use only. There is no content in this serial monitor. You can see. Open the UART monitor. After reopening some UART monitors, there is content. You can see that the entire program has started. It shows the start. If there is no content in the UART port, you can click this icon several times to display the serial port. Can display the contents of the UART port. Let's press the Restart button. Press the Restart button. Then click on the UART port monitor again. You can see the content displayed on the serial port monitor is timed. That is, the time just read to the UART time. Overall, Arduino has a lot of code. There are many codes available. All open source code. You can use open source libraries for related development. But the operating efficiency of Arduino is average. Compilation is very slow. But it is suitable for circular development. To test some of our new ideas, we can verify our ideas very quickly because there are many existing third-party libraries available. But its program efficiency is not as good as the official development library IDF of ESP32-S3. If you want to make a product, it is still recommended to use IDF for products. But for prototype development, Arduino is more suitable. Do some studies or experiments. Arduino is a good choice. Okay, this video ends here. Thank you for watching.